Hello everyone and welcome back to Irish Detailing. Today I'm going to be taking a look at my stepbrother's 2016 Chrysler 300S, and he keeps it pretty clean altogether, but we're going to be absolutely tearing the car apart and detailing the interior and exterior, UV protecting the interior as well as putting a synthetic paint sealant on the exterior. There's a load of iron all over the car, so the iron removal is going to be pretty fun, and hold on tight, you're not going to want to miss this. Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm just starting with the before shots here of this Chrysler 300S that I'm going to be doing for my stepbrother. We're actually going to be taking care of this vehicle together. I'm doing this as kind of a Christmas present for him, and he wanted to tag along and just make this vehicle look its absolute best. So we're going to be taking these before shots and just absolutely transforming the vehicle and making it look 100 times better. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and then also turn on that notification bell. We've got a lot of great content coming up here. Getting started here, just spraying off the vehicle to loosen any exterior dirt that might just be hanging on the painted surfaces, and then also spraying off the wheel well here, just making sure to take some time getting behind the face of the wheel into the barrels. This has a large Brembo brake on this vehicle, so it does throw a lot of brake dust, and these wheels do look fantastic when they're clean, but there is a thick, probably 2mm, 3mm coating of brake dust all across the interior, so we're going to make sure to use the Adams wheel or the rubber and tire cleaner, and then also that wheel cleaning gel that'll cling to the faces of these wheels, making them look their absolute best here. So getting behind into the barrels there with the Speedmaster brush, this thing just makes super quick work of getting behind the faces of the wheels to make sure the wheel is completely clean and not just the face of the wheel. And then using the mother's wheel brush on the faces there, and then I'll get in there with a lug nut brush to just get all the small nooks and crannies of these wheels. And then we did all three of the other ones there that are not going to be videoed just because I didn't want to do a huge amount of time with just cleaning the wheels for this video. So spraying off all the products there, making sure not to let any of the wheel cleaning products kind of hang on the wheel because they are pretty acidic and they can be abrasive, so making sure those wheels are nice and clean. And now moving on to the foam cannon wash here, I let the stepbrother take the reins here and have fun with the foam cannon and just lay a nice thick blanket of foam. I think I'm using the Griot's Garage Brilliant Finish car wash soap, not the thickest foam or the thickest soap there, but it gets the job done and puts a nice thick layer of suds all over the vehicle. So I kind of use this as just a pre-agitation wash to loosen anything that might be up on there, and then we'll be using the 2-bucket method to do a proper agitation wash coming up here. So now just taking a detailing brush, going around all the trim and emblems after the foam wash. This is what will really elevate an exterior detail, just getting in a lot of those small nooks and crannies that you're really not going to be able to get into with a wash mitt, because it's just the happens of the wash mitt is just how it works. I mean, you're not able to get into a lot of those smaller nooks and cranny areas. So taking time with a detailing brush here to really just get into a lot of those different paint gaps or the body panel gaps, and then also kind of around the windshield, just anything that has a crack, crevice, or a seam. It just really makes a big difference in your detailing, just taking the extra time to do this step. A lot of people overlook it, but I think it really, really elevates your detail and will make the customer or whomever you're detailing for really notice the vehicle. Alright, so now guys, I'm utilizing one of the newest additions to the arsenal, an undercarriage sprayer here. This thing is absolutely just way too much fun to use, and it does a great job as well. You can see a lot of dirt coming off the undercarriage of most vehicles. I'm going to be using this a little bit more for a lot of clients in the winter, I'm thinking, with a lot of the road salt and the sand that's put on the roads here in northern Michigan. But still, nonetheless, I just thought it'd be great to just spray off anything that was underneath the car that could have been loose. There was still a good amount of dirt and grime coming off of this car that I could see running down the driveway, but it's just so much fun. I had to use it, so sit back, relax, and enjoy kind of just watching this thing clean the undercarriage. And now going around quickly with a bar of clay here with an instant detailer. This car is white, so I'm going to be doing an iron removal after this. There is a good amount of brake dust, but I just wanted to start off by doing a clay bar, a mechanical decontamination of the paint there before I do the chemical decontamination with the iron remover. So as you can see, there's a little black particle there before I needed the clay. So there's a good amount of embedded contaminants on this car, not a huge amount, but the iron remover is going to do most of it. This I just wanted to use for any kind of black chunks or little flecks that were kind of just embedded in the clear coat. Now going around quickly with an iron remover, just spraying it on the lower areas of the vehicle. That's where most of the brake dust and the rust particles were. So the upper parts of the vehicle were completely fine, just kind of going around all of the exterior surfaces around the wheel wells and on the lower parts of the vehicle, just to make sure that there's not going to be any sort of chemicals that are going to be sitting on the paint there that I would put a paint sealant over. I just wanted to make sure that the paint was as free and clear of particles as much as possible here. And now I just pulled the vehicle into the garage quickly to just dry the vehicle. We're just using two large microfiber towels to dry the vehicle completely. And then I went around off camera with an electric leaf blower, just kind of blow out any of the cracks, and then also going over it one last final time with a microfiber towel to make sure there's no water in any of the cracks, crevices that would sneak its way out onto the paint surface when polishing the vehicle. Now moving into the interior of the vehicle, almost the interior, I'm just wiping out the door jambs here quickly, just making sure there's not any sort of loose dirt that could throw off the look of the vehicle, because if you clean the exterior, you got to clean the door jambs, especially on a white vehicle like this. So just wiping it out with some Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner, just to make sure that there is not any dirt around the whole exterior of that door jamb area. Moving all the way into the interior using a Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner diluted 10:1 here, and going over all the interior surfaces just to make sure they're absolutely clean. We already did vacuum out the vehicle. My stepbrother vacuumed it out off camera with a detailing brush to get into all the nooks and crannies, so now I'm just using that all-purpose cleaner to really make sure that everything is disinfected and then also as clean as absolutely possible. now using Griot's Garage Leather 3-in-1 cleaner and protectant to just clean and protect these Chrysler 300S seats. It's very nice leather in the Chrysler here, so I wanted to make sure that we would protect it and condition it to make it look its absolute best here. So the Griot's 3-in-1 leather cleaner, highly recommended. It's got a great smell as well. And then just using a microfiber applicator pad to evenly apply it to all the leather surfaces. Now moving on to the trim of the vehicle, using 303 aerospace protectant on all of the black trim surfaces just to leave it nice and matte black finish. And then also it has a UV protectant in there that will leave the surface UV protected for a good 3 to 4 months. So going around all of the door trim here, and then I'll be going around all of the interior trim as well on the dash, as well as the steering wheel and the center console and everything, just to make sure the vehicle will be left nice, uniform, and matte black. And finishing up here with a synthetic paint sealant, I'm using Meguiar's Synthetic Paint Sealant 2.0 with a dual action polisher here to just throw a nice layer of synthetic paint sealant on the car, which will increase gloss, and then it will protect the paint for a good 4 to 6 months from any sort of road grime or industrial fallout there. So it is not the full protection of a ceramic coating, but it also takes little time to just put a paint sealant on the vehicle. And if you are going through all of the paint decontamination and all of that sort of stuff, and if the paint is in pretty good condition, there's no reason not to put a synthetic paint sealant or something of that nature on the vehicle. I do like synthetic paint sealants a little bit more than a Carnauba based wax, especially on a little bit of a newer vehicle that doesn't have as fragile paint, just because it does provide a great layer of protection, super easy to apply, and it does add a good amount of gloss to the vehicle as well, especially on this white car. And folks, if you have enjoyed this video and watched all the way to the end here, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. It really lets me know that you're enjoying the videos. And then if you wanted to throw anything down in the comment section below of anything you would like to see on the channel, anything different, or if you enjoyed this detail, just tossing it down in the comment section below and letting me know that you enjoyed the video. That makes a big difference for me to know that I'm putting out content that you guys enjoy. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Enjoy watching this outro and the vehicle in the after shots.
this far. Don't stop.